seemed like I didn't have a choice. I did it yesterday evening. It's too bad I ain't got the flashlight. Because one part that goes to there. I'm gonna try to get a bridge pipe and go over there. I'm having to need it for now. So far I haven't seen any trouble codes on the dashboard. But this is what happened. I typed in the MSN search box and I was talking to the co-pilot. Told the co-pilot that there aren't any trouble codes at all. I asked them what would happen if I pull these from the DPF and turn the engine on. They said it would go into loop mode, but it didn't go into loop mode. I haven't driven it yet, but the thing is, one thing for sure, this engine or the turbocharger is rejecting the DPF. How do I know? Because on, off, when I'm scared to run it for so long, I let it run for 30 minutes, 1 hour, then turn it off. 30 minutes, turn it off, 30 minutes. And I'll sleep for like 2 hours, 3 hours, get up and turn it on, turn it off. All of a sudden, the engine started, instead of the engine idling so rough, rough on and off, when the DPF was in there. When I took it out, it kept doing that. A while later, it stopped doing it. And then I kept turning the engine on 3 to 4 more times and it idled smooth. Even though the exhaust is going to sound kind of rough because it doesn't have enough, there's no bridge connection. So it seemed like this truck does not want the DPF in there. My boss told me that some service guy went around and drilled holes into all of his truck DPF filters. That's the reason why you see all those holes in it. But the thing is that brand new DPF filter I got is useless. So I had to call Amazon to see if I could get my money back. So I'm getting back $1,900. And the next thing, it is possible to drive the truck the way it is. It might drive much better, but I don't know that yet. I don't want to go hurting myself, commit suicide with this. It sounds okay. I even pressed the throttle and I didn't get no stabbing or jerking or nothing. But since that DPF came out, it seems like I already saw the issue with the turbocharger. It's got oil stains on the pipe coming from the turbocharger. And MSN said that the turbocharger can leak oil. And I said, yes, that's what I saw. So the turbocharger started to rebound. It's starting to come back to normal. It's a turbocharger that was causing that. They said that it was the wastegate. The wastegate inside of the turbocharger is part of it. And it said it could be sticky with probably fuel and, well, not really fuel, sticky with smoke, smog. Fuel could go anywhere. I've seen fuel go inside the DPF and pour it all over the floor. It came straight from the fuel system or the water separated into it. Don't ask me why, but I know I reached down and touched it with my finger and it came straight from underneath the DPF. We're talking about this chemistry here. So yeah, it's possible. I'm gonna test drive it around the neighborhood tonight and see what happens. Only a couple hundred feet. I'm just gonna creep it little by little. If it's in loop mode, it might be stuck 5 miles an hour. If not, well, I didn't get no messages on the dashboard and I even checked it. I even checked it while the engine was running. I don't see any fault codes at all. So maybe they did do something to this truck before I bought it. Anyways, it's cold out here and it's windy. It looked like it's starting to rain. So I'm fixing to put this back and I'm going to take a look and head back inside. And then I'll stay right here. So I got part of my problem. I think I got part of my problem solved. So I'm getting my $1,900 refund from Amazon. Oh, they even said, alright, I asked them a question, if I can take off the air cleaner and spray this in there. WD-40. They said yes, but I'll be better off using the right spray instead of using that. That's just to get by. So right now, the turbocharger is doing somewhat 70 to 80% okay, instead of 30% okay. It was poor 30%, but now it seemed like the DPF not only messed it up, it's still partially messed up though. It's still partially messed up. It's like if you let this truck sit for, I just had it running a while ago. If you let it sit for another couple of hours or 2 hours, it's gonna idle rough and it's gonna kick out a lot of blue smoke. And then after the next few minutes, and then it's totally smooth running. The reason why it does that is because the DPF already did damage to it, or some kind of damage. It might not be damaged, it's messed up. So I gotta take the air cleaner off and spray some WD-40. Plus I might have to get a turbocharger kit and replace the seals, take it apart, and put some new parts in it and restore it back to normal. It's still good enough to do what it's supposed to do, because since I bought this truck, I've been driving it all over Chicago. I never broke down once, except when the battery cables came loose. I got stuck, yes, so I had to go underneath there and tighten them and start the truck up, but that was it. Other than that, I never stalled. I never called a tow truck once. But yes, it seemed like the turbocharger it's rejecting the DPF 100%. And the turbocharger not only came back, the throttle response is even sensitive. But it's still banged up a little bit. So I'm gonna have to get a rebuild kit or something. But in the meantime, since I'm kind of sick and tired of being out there, because I've been out there all night last night and from yesterday evening, I am not going to waste my time anymore. So I'm going to just kick back and rest for right now. And I'll contemplate and plan what I'm going to do next. What I want to do next is get a straight pipe. And I want to see if I'm going to go ahead and take this to J&J shop in Chicago. Them is somewhat European and Hispanic or some one of them foreign truck shops. It's like a private it's not a dealership, it's just a equipment repair shop. So I'm gonna take it to J&J and let them decide what pipes it can go on there, and I'm gonna let them decide for themselves, because I'm over here shopping online. I might buy the wrong thing, just like how I did. I didn't do such a bad job buying that brand new DPF. I did it right. It's just that this one right here got 2 filters. That will make it worse. But my boss told me that somebody drilled holes through them. I didn't know what it looked like yet. Now since I seen it, I told Amazon I wasted my money. They must have modified it, or maybe this truck must have came with 2 filters. I thought 1 filter was in there. But the thing is, that mechanic, he said 1 filter usually is inside the truck. But this truck right here has 2 of them. That will make it much worse. But drilling holes in it didn't do no good. So I got evidence that this truck has rejected it. I have not seen no check engine lights, no fault codes. I even checked the background. I even scroll up and down and see if, check the diagnostics. It says 1 out of 7 different ones. I checked just about 6 of them, and it's 0 faults. I checked the last one, that was the ECM. It's only showing parameter adjustments in digits. It's not really showing me nothing. So that's about it. Other than that, I'm gonna try and find out. I'm gonna creep up on this thing little by little. I'm not gonna dive into there and get comfortable with it. I'm gonna go ahead and check it out first and find out what's what and what, I'm gonna ask more questions about it. I did ask, questions over the website. So The thing is, I think they also mentioned that the turbocharger can get stressed if the pipe, if there's no pipe in between. If you take out the DPF, the turbocharger might get stressed. But in my case, it's not really showing it that way. It could get stressed another way, but it cleared up. It's been brutalized by the DPF, so it's more like I'm scared to put that thing back in. I'm gonna trash it. I'm gonna get a straight pipe. I'm gonna start buying parts for that turbocharger, and I'm gonna just go ahead and rebuild it myself. But from then, other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and take it to a shop if I can, if I get the chance. I'm gonna go ahead and have them put a straight pipe on. Alright, I'll check y'all later.